At first glance, you might think that this is an expensive car. It's got quilted seats, generous use of leather on the dashboard. It even has an infotainment system that reads the news to you.
Actor Salman Khan.
Is it German? Is it Japanese? No. This is the Indian Mahindra XUV500. Up front, its aggressive fangs have now been restrained with these chrome braces. The DRLs as well are now just simple and straightforward. Side, it now gets 18-inch diamond cut alloys and, well, more chrome. Why do we like chrome so much? The restrained theme continues in the rear. It now misses out on those tattooed tail lamps, instead makes way for a more mature split tail lamp design. The rear has been cleaned up a bit. Overall, it now gets a new rear spoiler, but the biggest change to the exteriors is right here with this little badge. They have changed the nomenclature. The range now starts from W5 to W11 as opposed to W4 to W10 because Mahindra says that the XUV is now a step above. Apart from the exteriors, the XUV now gets a major change under the hood. The most noticeable change is with the engine. The engine is still the same as before the 2.2-litre M-Hawk, but they've now added an electronically controlled variable geometry turbocharger, and they've also worked on the ECU tuning. So the car now produces 15 horsepower more and 30 Newton meters more torque. Now all this has really added up. The car doesn't feel any more faster, but it does feel noticeably more refined. The power delivery on this, guys, is so much more refined, so much more linear. There is very little to no lag. For example, here we are doing about 60 kilometers in 5th gear. I just gently dab my foot on the throttle and the car immediately picks up steam. There's a nice linear pull that the car now has, and that's down to the magic of the EV GT. You can definitely feel that there's a lot more refinement that has been done when it comes to the NVH department. They've also reworked the suspension to make it a little bit more soft or a little bit more plush. In this case, where we're driving right now on a highway, the car definitely feels a lot more comfortable, but it is rolling and wallowing a little bit more than I would personally like, especially when we're hitting undulations. The brakes now feel a lot more sure-footed. There is a lot more bite and progression that the brakes offer now. So it's definitely an improvement, and this is the top-end model, so it also comes with brake regen. It's essentially a system that's designed to work with a start-stop system that just keeps the battery topped up. So in short, when it comes to ride and handling, there is a noticeable improvement. It rides more smoother. The handling, I think, it still wallows around a little bit, but if you're in this segment and you're looking for a car that just drives really well, then you're better off with one of those, the Compass. That car just drives a lot better than this. But if you'd like to see a comparison between this and the Compass, why don't you let us know down in the comments below. So with 160 millimeters of ground clearance and a few off-road toys like all-wheel drive, hill hold assist and hill descent assist, can the XUV handle the rough stuff? Well, let's find out. The hill hold and hill descent feature are very convenient. If you're starting on an incline, it will hold the car for 3 seconds so you can engage the clutch and accelerate out. Hill descent is very convenient as well, especially when you're in situations like this where there's not a lot of traction available on the road surface. It does brake for you and keeps things a little bit more safer. The all-wheel drive system is really there for just providing additional traction in situations when you really need it. Nothing for the hardcore off-road enthusiast for sure. But just driving this car here in this rough stuff, you know, anything more than this, the XUV is really going to fight back, because you can already tell that it doesn't like the rough stuff very much. For all the things that the XUV does right, here are the things that could have been improved. First off, the quality of the switchgear hasn't improved, it's still the same. There is no notification apart from a small little light to tell you that the all-wheel drive system and the hill hold or hill descent system is engaged. The front grille looks nice, yes, but the chrome studs themselves have started to get loose. In our test car, we noticed that there was a little bit of rattling on the passenger side door, and on further investigation, we found that the glass itself was coming loose. And there was quite a bit of brake squeal. But driving it up here, one thing is clear. The cheetah now prefers the urban jungle over the wild.
Late again?
Lot of traffic on the way, but check it out, new facelifted XUV. It's quite the upgrade.
I wish I could get an upgrade on you.
Fair enough. I know you're mad, but I promise I will make it up to you. Shall we go?
But you're in my seat.
Fine. Alright babe, so this new XUV has got like a whole bunch of new features. For example, you can operate the AC controls through your smartwatch.
But you don't have a smartwatch.
Okay, check this out. It's got an all-new Alchemist audio system which sounds incredible.
Okay, but what is wrong with the previous one?
What was wrong with the previous one? Babe, I'm an audiophile and I can hear the minuscule differences in audio. And this, I can tell you about this audio system, the mids are perfect. You can hear everything. It's all about the mids. What do you know?
All that is fine. Have you decided what we're doing tonight?
This is where the car can help. Now, it's got its own app ecosystem and it connects to your mobile phone through hotspot, and you can access stuff like Book My Show and Zomato. So what do you want to do? You want to watch the new Avengers movie? I can check out timings on the screen. Or do you want to check out this new Korean restaurant that I've been hearing about? You got Zomato on the screen again. How cool is that?
Okay, look. I get the car is different. It feels a lot more comfortable. It's a lot more smoother. But compared to my old XUV, it's pretty much the same.
Still pretty much the same. In the last 8 years, the XUV may not have changed much, but that's because it offered so much to begin with. It makes a show of welcoming you in. It turns on its hazards when you pop the hood. It's these little things it does that make it special.
The dinner was too pricey. Not worth it.
You know what is worth it? This car.
Really? Still?
Hear me out. How expensive do you think it is?
Well, with these gizmos and these fancy seats, I'd say a lakh or two more.
Get this. It's cheaper by up to 50,000 bucks. In fact, the model that we're driving is 23,000 rupees cheaper than the older one.
Fine, I'll give you this one.
It's more comfortable, better equipped, more powerful, more refined, but above all, less expensive. This Vaddi Gaddi is better value for money.
Well, don't go away yet, because we are coming to you with something which is our next step forward, next level, next... I'm not allowed to say the right thing, but then subscribe to the channel so that you know what that next thing is.